This is this one. Alright.
Which one?
Not this one because joins.
The first question is like this: display the payments made by students James Goodwill.
Then I will not have saved it.
I think I saw you say.
Did I save this today?
Yeah, I saw.
Do you remember what is the naming convention that I have used?
Subqueries.
Subquery?
Yes, subquery.
No.
So this is the first question actually. Display
Yeah.
payments made by students James Goodwill.
Yes, I'll figure it out.
Should be in the assignment database.
What is the first one? First one we need to
Name Goodwill. James Goodwill.
no, these are done with the assignment, right?
Yeah, I think you look at the Scott.
Okay, this is the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
This is the first one, right?
Yeah.
What this is with? Total amount paid by James Goodwill, right?
Yeah.
But this is with joins. Didn't I execute with subquery?
No, this one I think we just.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I have not given the subquery. So write the subquery. I gave the subquery. Did I give the subquery yesterday?
No, you did subquery for other questions, but this one I have.
Okay, write the subquery for that. Write the subquery for this, the first question. The total amount paid by James Goodwill.
The microphone. Oh, that is saving on me. All right. All right. Okay.
What's the answer for that? Aren't you practicing?
Let's see if it's right.
Yes, I mean.
You
You're online? No?
No.
Okay, no issues. Yes, send me. Sorry, tell me. I'm gonna write it.
select the full name, B payments, B sum total,
A dot. Okay, not A full name. Okay. A dot full name, comma.
B dot payments,
B dot payments.
and total, sum total.
Sum total. How?
You will get the total from
Sum of B dot. Okay, yeah, you tell me. Tell me.
select A dot full name, comma, B dot
Sum of B dot.
B dot payments from select full name from students, bracket close, which is LSA, and the next one is select the another select statement, sum total from payments,
Sum of. What is the column name? You have the table with you, right?
payments, from payments, which is alias B, where A dot ADMNO is equal to B dot ADMNO, and full name is equal to A James
Any others? Any others? I have online. What happened, sir? You have minimized it. You are not working on it. You totally minimized it. Alright, so yesterday all of you said that you have understood. So what did you understand? I want to know today. I want to know today. I thought of going with a new topic, but again I'm stuck here. So what am I supposed to do? Now what is the answer? I want it according to the subquery for this particular question. The payments made by the students James Goodwill. What is the answer for it? Write in the form of a subquery. So from which particular table you are getting the information about the payments that is made? You have a table called as payments where you're gonna get that particular information. Yeah, you tell me.
So the payment one was yes full name and
Yeah, tell me. Select.
P dot payment.
Do you have a payment column in your payment table? Do you have a column? You have the tables with you. Do you have a column called as payment or amount?
For P the amount. P dot amount. And the yes dot full name or full name. From student, payment and student, payment and dot student, comma student.
You have used aliasing. Give that aliasing name here.
Student, yes. Where okay, where there is no amount, right? Where PADM number PADM number equals to yes ADM number and full name equal to Goodwill.
What query it is? What kind of a query it is?
It's a subquery.
What kind of a query it is? How to make you think to write the subqueries, man? Everyone, how should I make you think? What do I mean by subquery first? What do I mean by subquery? Query within query. Do I have query within a query here? Then how come it is a subquery? How come you can say that it's a subquery? Where's your practice? Practice doesn't only come up with the only notes. The notes that I send is only just for your reference. The examples that I say only for your reference. You'll not be getting the same table, same structure, same queries at your work unless you put a practice. Everyone, this is for everyone. Unless you put a practice, I will not, you'll not get anything. Again, you gave joins Deepthi here. I want it to be implemented in the form of a subquery. I want this query to be implemented in the form of a subquery. So what are the tables for us to consider here? This is students and this is payments. Tomorrow I'll be very serious, guys. Everyone, I don't know how you're gonna make it. You're gonna sit today night or however it is. I want everyone to answer perfectly. If I don't see any answers, I'm not going to take next further classes. It is 100% sure. 100% pakka sure. I don't know how you're gonna make it. I don't know how you're gonna sit today night. I really don't know. This is very serious. See, I'm dragging the classes only because of you and you're not at all putting the practice. I really feel bad for it. I know what pressure I'm taking in and how you can look at my attire. How am I? I'm coming directly from the office, you know. I would have done the class at home itself. But I'm coming regularly for you guys and I'm taking this and you're not at all making the things happen. I really feel bad. There should be a point actually thinking. If you're not getting, I asked you to ask me. Yesterday I was asking, yesterday I gave you almost all the queries except the last one. Everyone said you're okay. So when you're okay, where is the output? Alright, so we need the payments made by students, that too from the goodwill. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll try to come up with a different approach in giving this information of subquery. First I'll figure out the common elements present between both the tables. What is the common element that is present between both the tables? It is admission number, right? Based on the admission number, I can make use of both the tables to retrieve my related information. So what will I do? I'll figure out the admission number of Jamesville, where full name is equal to James Goodwill, right? So if I execute it, I'll get the admission number. Sorry, Eddie. If I execute it, I got the admission number. Now in the payments table, you have the information of all those students who has made the payments, right? So let's see this. Now with this particular part of the query, you have figured out that the admission number is 4, right? So what am I going to do? Select amount from payments, where I'll figure out, I'll just filter with admission number is equal to 4, right? So what do I get? These are the payments that are made by the person, but I need the total amount paid that. So what would I do? I would say sum of amount. Alright, I would say sum of amount and I would execute this part of the query. What did I get? I get the complete amount, right? 2000. Now instead of 4, what I can do, what I can substitute instead of 4, can I substitute this part of the query here? Because this is the query which is giving me that particular result called 4. Right. So can I substitute 4 in that particular part of the query? So here what would I do? I would take this. I'm just substituting that. Right. Now what is happening here? This internal part of the query will get first executed. Once this is executed, what happens? You would get the value as 4. So admission number is equal to 4. You'll get the outer query getting executed. So what this is a subquery. Query within a query. I have a query. The entire is a query, and within which I have another query. The innermost query is driving the outermost query. Innermost query is getting the result executed first. Alright, it is executing first, and whose result is passed to your outermost query. I'm just replacing that value 4 with the query with which I'm trying to figure it out. Making sense? Right.
So does this question like display the payments made by the students? So does it say the total payment or any user payment?
Payments, or you can take total. See, if at all it is payments,
We have to do full.
simple. The way your approach would be very simple. You got it, right? As simple as that. If you want that, you can display. If you want the name along with the amount, what you can do? You have to get the name as well, right? But here we are not concerned about the name. When I need the name, I have to again go with the joins. Here I cannot. Now always remember, when my inner query is executing for the first time. Yes, please.
So for the subquery, first we have to find out the common element, like from the book. So and then we write one query, and based on that we write the first.
First, understand the question first. Based on that, get the question understanding. I mean, get your understanding perfect on the question. Based on that, you can derive the elements by yourself. Okay. Now, always ensure. Now, whenever you are executing this, I said equal to, because I have a single set of value that is an outcome of this particular part of the query. James Goodwill, he'll be having only one admission number. No other person will be having the admission number as of James Goodwill. So he'll be having only one value. But if at all I say that joined on a particular date, right? People who are joined on a particular date. Let's see here. Okay, I wanted to have the date of joining, right? Where DJ is equal to 11 of May 08. When I say this, what happens? When I execute this part of the query, what happens here for me? I would be getting multiple values. Can I make an equal to operator with a multiple values?
No.
So what am I supposed to use instead of equal to?
In group by.
This means you people never practiced. In is correct. Why having? Did I make use of any group by? Why group by? Am I aggregating here? Right. So what happens if I execute? I get all the results. Right. So understand the difference. What is the data that innermost query going to retrieve? Is it retrieving more than one value? Okay. If it is retrieving more than one value, go with an in statement or in clause. Okay. If it is retrieving only single value, go with equal to operator. Okay. Right. Fine. Another thing, when you're working on the subqueries, the subquery should contain only one value output column in it. Here I just mentioned only admission number. I did not mention any other column, because my outer query comparison is corresponding to only this admission number, not all columns of it. Okay, I cannot go with having multiple columns within it. If I go with having multiple columns, yesterday also I told you this information. I cannot create a in clause which is with multiple columns and that too of different data types. Right. In can be used on a single column of similar data type, not on dissimilar data types or dissimilar columns. Okay, making sense? In works, we have also discussed about this in operator at the time of discussing the special operators and logical operators. The logical or operator is going to work same like an in operator, but the only difference is in cannot be used on working with multiple columns within the same list. I mean, you cannot generate a list which is having multiple columns related data. So when am I using in, I should be having only one column in that particular statement. Okay, clear? Come on. Now try to understand the question. Not a hurry, not in a hurry. Please understand the question, break down the questions and give me the output. What is the first thing that you wanted to derive from this question?
Batch Oracle 270.
Right. So what do you need to derive out of it? You need to derive the
batches.
right. So how is payments? See, display payments made by students. So where do you get the information of payments? You have from the payments table. Okay, students who are joined in this particular batch code, right? Do you have a batch code in your students?
Yes.
Yes. So how is payments and students related?
Batch code.
Payments and admission number, like in the above case itself, right? Students and payments are related with admission number. So what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to derive the admission number from students, right, where the batch code is equal to 270608. Okay, so you have to derive who all the students or who are the students. Right, so I have two students who have joined in the batch code called as Oracle. Now what will be my outer query?
Select full select payments. No amount. Full name.
Can I get the full name?
Not from there. Okay.
I'll not be able to get the full name.
Select amount from payments. Where ADMNO in that.
Enclose this in brackets. Now instead of name, you can give admission number, because admission number is also part of your payments table. Here, the outermost query, you can include only those columns that are belonging to your payments table. Okay, you cannot bring the name or other columns that are part of your students table. Innermost query will only give a single column data, not a multiple columns data. Right. So what am I going to get here? When I execute this part of the query, I'll get the payments that are being posted by each and every student.
So in this question, we don't have to tell the name.
No, did I ask the name? I did not ask the name, right?
Because when you say students, I always be like, provide the name too.
That's where we make mistakes.
So
See, in that case, what happens when I ask you to display? Okay, how can you go with the differentiation of subquery and this one? When I ask you to pull a particular column related data from one table and another column related data from another table, that is the place where you have to go with joins. Okay, here I'm concentrating. My question is only concentrating on the payments made by students. That's it. So what is the information that I have? I can have the admission number, which will be talking about the students. I have the amount. Okay, so admission number and amount are belonging to one particular table. So I'm not worried at all. Right. So I can go with this subquery concept. Okay, but when I have to retrieve data from two different tables, that is the place where I have to go with the joins. If you go with joins, you'll get the name also. for this part of the query. Okay, but I'm not interested in displaying the name. I'm just interested with this 6 and 7. Okay, making sense? Or I can make another subquery to retrieve that 6 and 7 information as well. So how can I make that subquery? If at all, that is another requirement. So how can I make a subquery? Okay, fine. Select ADMNO, comma, full name from students. Alright, this would stand as my another table for me. I'm just giving you, okay, I'm making the things complex. Alright, this would be B. So what would I say? Select A dot full name, B dot amount from these two. What is the common identifier between both? A dot ADMNO is equal to B dot ADMNO. SQL command not ended properly. Okay. Did I get it? Same thing. I wanted to show you in the terms of subquery concept, and that is why I'm going in this way only. Okay, going in terms of subqueries. If at all I have to write a normal join, then it would be finished in a single line code. Yeah. Right? But it is a subquery, so I'm coming in different approaches only to make you think. But you're not thinking. That's a bad thing. Alright, next one. Display batches for course with the duration more than 40 hours. So what is the table that we have? So I'm just concentrate on these tables that you have on your left hand.
So we have a duration in courses.
So where do you have duration coming from?
Courses.
Courses. Where do you have batches information coming from?
From batches.
Batches. How is courses and batches related to each other?
C code.
C code. Okay. So what do you need to figure out first? First point of figuring is
Duration.
Duration. You have to figure out those courses which has got more than 40 hours duration. So first thing what you do? Select C code, because based on C code I'm going to retrieve the batch code information. So from courses where duration
is more than 40.
Greater than 40. Right. Now what would be my outer query here? Select
C code.
Sorry, batch code, right? We need to know the batch first, right? Okay. Batch code from batches. Go. Come on. What am I supposed to do here? You got it? Right? Correct? Right. So this is the batch code which is having more than 40 hours of duration. So what did we do? First we figured out those code, the course code for which the duration is more than 40 hours, and then I have used the same course code to get that particular batch code. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I asked you to leave this because current month is not available. So just leave that. Go with the 5th. So what do I need to figure it out? What do I need to figure first?
Courses.
Yeah, courses with Oracle. So where is the where do I get the information about the Oracle course? Courses table, right? Select. Let me see the table data. So based on that we'll write the query. I'm just showing you this to make you understand. Okay, so in the course name I have a text called as Oracle. Okay, so how am I going to write the query here? Select C code from courses where
Courses like
C name like
percentile.
Oracle percentile. Alright, now when I say this, I'll be getting a course code. Now, do I have any relation between course and students? Do I have any relation between course and students?
No.
I don't have it. Do I have any relation between course and any other table which is having a relation to students table? I have a batches table which is having a relation to the students table. So what will I do? I'll pull out the batch code where the course name is as students. So what am I trying to do? Select batch code from batches where C code is equal to or in. If at all there are multiple courses, you may have to give in. Okay, so for I will go in a generic way because we are using a single column. Whether it is a single list or whether it is a multiple list of the same column, you'll be okay with it. Okay, now what am I going to get here? I'm gonna get the batch codes. Okay, now I have to figure out the students. So what will I do? I'll make this entire one as my innermost query. Right, now what I'll do, select star from students, whatever it is, from batch code, where batch code in. Now I'm gonna get the batch code here, right? So what happens? Right? All these are Oracle batches. See here, Ora. Isn't it? So what did I do first? First I figured out the course code. From course code, I have figured out the batch code. From batch code, I have figured out those students who are in this particular batch code. So how is the query happening? Query execution happening. First, this courses query is going to get executed. Whose result is passed to your batch code? Batch code result is passed to your students. So you have 3 queries in total. 2 are your subqueries. The innermost query is executed first, whose result is passed to your outermost secondmost query and the topmost query. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm not going to say the answer for this. Currently running. Give the query for this.
Select ended.
First, what is the thing that you're going to figure it out?
Currently running.
How will you figure out currently running batches?
So that's ended.
Which is the table that you're going to figure it out? Batches. What you're going to pull out from batches?
Ended.
Select ended from batches.
Started.
How is batches and students related to one another?
That's cool.
So what you need to retrieve from batches now?
That's cool.
Batch code. Select batch code.
Select.
That's cool.
First, we can write the subquery.
Yeah, tell me the subquery first.
Select batch code. Ended.
That's cool from
Ended from batches.
Mm.
And that is in the
where
anonymous.
Okay, I'll write it down so that it will be easy for us. Select, you said batch code, comma, end date from batches.
Where ended is not.
Not now.
Ended is not.
Not now.
Is null or is not null?
Not no.
Is not null.
And the first one is select dash code, full name
From student
from student,
in students where dash code
in bracket.
Okay. Everything is correct except one point, so the query will not get executed. I'm not going to say you what is wrong in it. I have already explained the same thing in the morning, I mean in the initial part of our class. Figure it out, figure the mistake out from this part of the query.
Because subquery doesn't have two elements, dash code and the indent.
two different data types.
So select dash code only, no indent there.
Correct. Okay. Now this will be the correct set of the query, correct set of query. Right, these are the students who are still continuing. Alright, here if you want all the details, you can even replace this with asterisk. You'll get all the data corresponding to your students table. Okay, it's your call, what the columns that you wanted to display. Who's completed? Forget about these two questions. Yeah, this one, 9th one. Go with the 9th question. Very simple, man. There's nothing complex in the queries at all. Display details of students.
So belong to basis, so that's that.
Batches in student. Select batches from the student.
Okay, what you're going to figure the thing out here.
So less than any student in a batch.
No. So
First, what you need to figure it out?
some total of students.
Okay.
Select sum total.
What is total?
Select some students should be
First, what I need to figure it out? I need to figure it out the total count of students in each and every batch.
so that's one.
Right.
Count.
So, see, if you see here, right, this is my students table. I need to figure it out the total number of students in each batch. So what will I do? Count of star, comma, the batch code. I want to figure it out for each batch code from students. Group by your batch code. Now this is the query that will give you the total count of students present in each batch code. Okay, now you have to figure it out. You have to figure out having less than 10 students, right? Having count of star less than 10. Anyway, you're going to get this. Alright, now what I need the students information. So I'll just omit this. Even then I'll get this information. See, if I execute this part of the query, even I'll get this information. So select star from students where batch code in this part of the query. Batch code BATCH. Okay, clear? So what did I do here? First I have figured out the total number of students. I mean, I wanted to figure out those batches which has got less than 10 students. All right. If my requirement is okay, instead of 10, as we don't have the data, I'm just saying less than 2 students. Okay. So what happens here? I would change the filter condition to this one. Okay. Now when I execute, I should be getting only one particular record as an output because only this particular batch has got a single student. Now when I execute this entire query, I should be getting only one record corresponding to that particular batch code. Right. See, I see only Hunter is the person who is in the batch .NET 130.508. Is that okay? Clear? Now I want to figure out the students who have or who belong to a batch with more than one student. What am I supposed to do?
So just
Sign and then one.
Yeah, if I want to figure it out more than one student, then this would be the thing. Okay, so the innermost query will give you 3 different batch codes. So all the 3 different batch codes has got more than one student. So if I execute this, I'll get the related answer. Okay, clear? Now why did I omit the count of star from here? Why did I omit?
If you don't need it in the questions.
Right, because I don't need it. Because I'm gonna filter out with the batch code, I have to ensure that my list is having only batch code. Okay, my list is only having that batch code. Okay, this is let's go with the question 2. Come on. Write this query. I'll grab a coffee for myself. Come on, do it.
So you need to Oracle. The business
I think he was right about replacing the person. Hocam alırken senin ismini
remains raw. Batch code. The full name was Sunny. Batch code. तीनटा गर्नुपर्छ है यसको
त्यो दुईटा मात्रै टेबल छ नि
Oracle course पनि छन् ब्याच कोडबाट हैन नि त त्यो कोर्सबाट तान्नुपर्छ नि हैन
त्यो oracle भन्ने त्यो यसको हुन्छ नि
So what's the answer? No answer online too. Yep. So what's the answer for that? Answer please. So what do you need to figure it out first?
Of course.
Oracle.
Tell me, what's the query that you have written?
Select dashboard from batches where dashboard like Oracle, like in percentile.
Batch code from
Batches.
batches.
That's what I like.
Okay. You're going with Aura because you know that this has been in the batch code, the codes are given as Aura. But what if the code starts from O? You never know, right? So I will not say this is the right approach. I mean, if I wanted to go. So what will I do? I'll figure it out. The course code, right? From courses where CNAME like they said Oracle, I'll go with that. Oracle. percentage, whatever it is. Okay. So when I execute this, I'll get the batch code corresponding to Oracle. From this, okay, batch code in, sorry, course code in, because I have a course code in the batches, right? Corresponding to that, I am going to figure out the batch code. Okay, corresponding to this, I'm going to figure out the following things. Now here I have to pull the receipt number also. Can I have the receipt number from my payments table? What are all the information that I can get from my payments table? I can pull the full name, I can pull the batch code, right, from students, right, where batch code in. So for corresponding to this, what do I get? I'll get the full name and the batch code. Okay, but I'll not be getting the information corresponding to the payments. Now, how is students and payments table related? You have a column called as admission number, from which you can relate it to your payments, right? Sorry. Right, see here, what I'll do now, I'll make use of this query as my subquery, saying it as B. On top of this, I'm gonna write RCPT number, amount, pay date, comma, admission number from payments, right? So this would be my another query, sorry, another table name, right? Select A dot RCPT receipt number, A dot B dot full name, B dot batch code, A dot amount, A dot pay date. From this has become A, this has become B. Now I need to join where A dot ADMNO is equal to B dot ADMNO. Correct? Write the 11th. Write the 11th. We have solved a similar kind of question earlier. So what do you need to figure it out?
You need to figure out number of students in the batches.
Yeah, in each batch you need to figure out the total number of students. So what would be the query?
We need to count first. Select count. Student. Where? Student. Right. That's good. We have to have the password on the table.
I'll go with only batch code. Why? Because my above query can have that. Alright, I may figure it out only a few things. Now this is the thing. This is the question. So I don't have any results because
We don't have any.
I don't have any batches which is more than 10, so I'll just make it as 1 so that I'll get the results. You can at least see the data. Right, now here batch code. Now I need to figure out the course information, but the students table is not directly related to the courses. So what would I do? I would go with
Select sequence
from
courses.
batches where batch code in this one. Right, so when I make this part of the query, I'll get all those courses with this particular batch code. Alright, now from this would become query. Now this would become my innermost query. Then select star from courses where course code in. So these are the courses. Got it?
This will access for this.
Solve it. Try to solve it. Yes.
Select
What you're going to figure it out first?
2000, 20,000.
Yeah, let's say 2000 because we don't have that much data.
So select some amount from balance. Use some amount. Where equal to
Select some amounts.
greater than 2000.
For each batch, right?
Apply.
Batches.
So do I have batch code from the payments table? Do I have that information?
No.
I don't have it. So what am I supposed to do?
RCPT number.
No.
Because
For which the total amount collected is more than 2000.
ADM.
oh yeah. No, that's so
So how can I do this query? From payments table, I cannot group it directly. Right? Can I group it?
No.
I cannot group it directly. So what am I supposed to do?
So we have to go for that.
Let's see, what is the data that we have? Select star from payments. What kind of information? Sorry. What kind of information you're going to get from the payments table? You have the amounts column, you have the admission number. Right, corresponding to admission number, you have the amounts column. Right. Likewise, from students, what do I have? I have the students information. So what will I do now?
ADM.
I'll join these two tables. Based on that, I'll make the innermost query. Okay, see here. P dot amount. I'm just making the payments table as P dot amount. Okay. Now, what do I need? I need the batches information as well. Right. Display the batches. I need to display those particular batches. All right. So yes, dot batch code, okay, from payments P, students yes, where p.admno is equal to s.admno. Now if I do this, what do I get? I get the payments made for each and every batch, right? So here what I would do, I would say sum of p dot amount. Now I'm gonna make it as group by s dot batch code. So what would I get for each and every batch? What is the amount that is collected? Okay, so I have some data, right? So let me say it as 2000, 3000. Okay, for each and every batch, this is the amount that is being collected. All right, now I have to display only that particular batch where
More than 3,000.
more than 3000. Now what I'll do, having sum of p dot amount more than 3000. Okay, now I'm gonna get this particular data. I have to display the batches information. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this. Now still you see that I have this particular data coming up. Now what would I say? Select star from batches where batch code in this one. So I'll get the related information. These are all the batches for which the total amount collected is more than 3000. Right? Come on. Display students who did not join on the date of starting date. So starting date of the batch is nothing but start date, like you have in the batches as start date. Students are joined on a particular date and their joining is tracked with the help of a column called as DJ. So DJ should not be equal to your start date. This is what you need. Okay, so how can you write? So you need to display all the students. Select star from students where DJ did not join on them, right? DJ greater than select st date from batches, right? So you're going to display these students. So, sorry, not in. See, I'm forgetting the things. Okay, makes sense. So DJ, these are the students who has not joined on the date of the start date of any batch, right? Makes sense. Right, now this is the one that I haven't solved yesterday. So display batches with top 3 highest number of students. Question interview. In each and every batch you need to have top 3 people. Okay, so select, I'll see the students table. I have the batches, right? So in students I have the batches. So select, I'll go with the count of star from batch code from students group by batch code. So what do I get? I'll get the total number of students in each and every batch. Okay, now here what do I need to do? I need to extract only the topmost. I'll say order by count of star descending. Okay, so I have all these things. I have to extract only top 3 out of it, right? Let me go with this. select code comma rank over partition by, we'll say count order by CMT descending from this particular table. So what am I going to get? I'm going to get all these particular ranks, same rank వచ్చింది. So I'm not getting the data ordered in one particular shape. Okay, cool. And this is RN. Now what do I get? I get this particular data. Okay, ఇది alias inquiry అలా రాసుకోవాలి కదా. Okay. No, Denstone will also not do this. I will not partition it based on that. I will go with. Yeah, got it. Fine. This is the query. So on top of it, I'm gonna write the query. Select. I need the patch code right from this particular table where I need the top 3, right? 1 2 3. I have ordered the data in ascending, sorry, and based on this count I have ordered the data in descending order, right? Count is the one which gives you the total students count in each and every batch. If I have 10 100 20, so 100 would be first, 20 would be second, and 10 would be third. Here I have, as I have all the same counts, so what do I get? I'm getting the row number assigned based on this particular count. Okay, so select star from, this would be my table. Now where RN less than or equal to 3, right? Why RN less than or equal to 3? I need to pull out only top 3, right? Yeah, up to 3, only top 3, right? Top 3 highest number of batches. So this is okay.
But all of them have 2 students, but still, it's ranking 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because I went with the row number, right? What is row number? I'm not going with the partition by. Earlier I was giving the partition by. I just removed the partition by. Partition by count. I was doing the partition by count. So the same value reflecting over there. So it has given the row number as 1111. It should not be the case. Rank will give you the same thing. See, if I go with the rank now, if I use a rank function over there, what happens? You would see, sorry, let me go with this innermost query first for you. Right. You would see the same rank assigned to all these 3, and the next rank got skipped out. Okay, because here all the values are same. Now when I need top 3, you cannot always guarantee that all the ranks, all the count would be the same, right? It can be any count, 100, 90 and 80. It can be any count, right? So that is the reason why I'll go with row number without any partition, right? So when I do this, what do I get? I'll get this related information. Now I have to go with top 3. So what am I going to do? I'm going to filter it with top 3. As simple as that. Okay. So what's up? What are we going to do tomorrow?
Can you do not paper?
Hmm?
Can you do the test not in paper, like, you know?
You want on system?
Yeah, it will be easier for us to figure out the result and stuff like that.
See, it would be easy for you to figure out the result, but you would sit for the same query, for a single query, more number of hours. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, we have 2 hours, right?
Okay. But for that, I have to have the preparation done. I have the scripts at my home. Okay, I'll do it right away. Yeah, I will give the scripts right away to you guys. Okay, I'll give the script tomorrow. So based on the script, you can execute it at your end. Okay, so you can write the test on your systems as well. But don't spend much hours to execute the script, which will be of your
So
waste.
if you can like send us tomorrow, like we can do the process at home and we can do it.
I'll see right away. I mean, after going home, I'll try to send the scripts right away. Okay. So once I go home, I'll take some rest. Then I'll see how can I do that. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Then see you.